Hey everybody, it's Crystal B from crystalbastrology.com. And I wanted to put together a quick video about Saturn's turn direct, which is going to happen exact on September 29th, 2020. And this is a momentous turning point. Saturn will station direct in Capricorn for the last time. Because what's going to happen when we get to mid-December, by the end of the year, Saturn is going to make his final transition into Aquarius. So this is going to, the next several months is really going to be wrapping up the cycle that Saturn began at the end of 2017, December 2017, when he entered the sign of Capricorn. Now, for some of us, that this has been much more of a profound time than others. If you can look back on your life, especially 2018, 2019, and 2020, and I know 2020 is so momentous for all of us, but there's a certain population, of course, I'm going to attribute it to the signs, Capricorn, Aries, Cancer, Libra in particular. This grouping of signs, or anybody who has had planets in those signs, you have had incredible changes in your life. Capricorn and Cancer probably will go down as at the very top of the list. But anybody who has, any of these signs prominent in their astrology, you have gone through structural and foundational changes because of Saturn's move through Capricorn. And now on September 29th, he's going to make his final station in the sign and finally be done with all that he's done. He needs to wrap things up. He needs to finally wrap things up and bring things to a conclusion point by the end of the year. So that's a good thing. But there's also some volatility that is definitely going to come with Saturn's forward momentum. And let me just kind of share my screen. As I put the chart together, I wanted to, just kind of showcase some things astrologically, because it's one thing to talk about it. And, I do, for those of you that work with me, I've always shared I have a photographic memory. I'm just very blessed with it. I think it's really kind of grown with time, since with me looking at so many charts. And astrology is a visual language, so my visual perception has to be strong. So all the time I do have a lot of the, placements in my mind, but I want to show it to you. And I want to show you some things that I'm thinking about, which are really kind of prominent in my mind. First and foremost here, and I'm just going to get my screen so I can draw some things. Here we've got Saturn that's stationing, and this S here in my chart, that really shows that Saturn is, and when a planet stations, it slows down to a slow crawl, and it doesn't actually ever stop. And as he's slowing down to his slow crawl, he's turning from his retrograde motion, which he began in May, and he is now going forward. And as he does that, he is going to be squaring Mars, who is in Aries, going retrograde. And that is going to be a lot of volatility. That's going to really create anger, frustration. Saturn wants to get going, and Mars is like, no, we're going to slow down here. And you may have, two people, and somebody wants to get ahead and somebody says, no, not so fast. Or you may have a situation where you want to get ahead and the universe is like, whoa, slow it down. Or you have to, kind of figure out how, because Capricorn wants to continually go up the mountain. It's very project oriented. It's very, goal oriented. And this Mars, because he's going retrograde, is going to be like, you can't get to your goals just yet. You've got to really kind of, slow it down. So this is going to create a lot of frustration. And There's nothing more frustrating than when we want to go places and we can't. Something else is that the moon will be in Pisces, and it also will be heading towards Neptune. So that's going to create a lot of confusion with whatever is happening. And it could also really make us feel lethargic, make us feel like we just want to put our head underneath the covers and not look at what's actually happening. But it's important to be aware. It's important to see things for what they are. And we will have Mercury now in the sign of Scorpio, and is really going to help us to ask important questions, because Scorpio likes to get to the heart of the matter. And Scorpio likes to pick up the rock and see what's underneath and see what kind of things we haven't been seeing before. It's not scared of the dark. So this is going to really bring a very interesting dynamic into play. And this is happening at the end of September. So as we head into October, one of the most powerful months of the year, you're going to have 2 full moons, but you're also going to have a big showdown between Mercury and Uranus. And this is going to create some new truths, some new things, some new, discoveries, some new important twists and turning points that need to happen. You're also going to have Mars that is still going to be, in this combative situation with all of these planets, because really he's just starting to make trouble right here. As we get into October, he's going to really start to kick up all that trouble. So how can we use this Saturn station to our advantage? Well, it's important to just kind of understand that some things are moving forward and some things are moving back. And it's also important to be strategic. Capricorn is strategic. Scorpio is strategic. Aries wants to get things done right away. It doesn't want to, kind of think too deeply. But there's a lot of messaging, a lot of planetary messaging that says we have to kind of think, we have to operate slowly, we have to kind of take our time, especially with this Pisces here. This is really going to create some disillusionment. It's going to create some, lulls, some stoppages, some, kind of what is going on around us. But what's so important in just thinking about the final stretch of the year with this Saturn is that, wow, it's been, think about what's happened in 2018. Think about what's happened in 2019. Think about what's happened in 2020, just personally, not just even globally, because there's so much happening in 2020 globally and even in the United States alone. The thing is that it's important to kind of know that Saturn he has been trying to get us in touch with what we want subconsciously, what we have wanted subconsciously. So thinking about it personally, thinking about all the changes that you have made, and many of them you have probably not ever, ever, ever wanted to go through. But changes have happened, and we have no choice but to just go with it right now. And so it's to our best advantage to make this time the best that we can, to use Saturn, to kind of use his structure, to use his foundation setting, and to go with it, and to kind of go with the message of where we need to go, because Saturn will be talking very loudly here. He's trying to expose the cracks. He's trying to get us to see things, in a new kind of way, and really get us ready for the new that we're going to be in by the time the end of the year, and ultimately 2021, by the time 2021 arrives. So I hope that was helpful. More information are in my horoscopes. Definitely kind of helpful to see where Saturn has been affecting you, and ultimately where is Saturn going in your astrology, thinking about that Saturn in Aquarius phase, which is going to be next. All right, everybody, good luck. And, good luck with your discoveries with where Saturn's station and Saturn's final trek through Capricorn takes you. Bye-bye.